1, vocals 2. All right. Woohoo! Oh, I'm a little hot. A little hot. You don't want me hot. You want me like mild to medium. That's peak performance right there. Just in between. All right. So, previously, you guys arrived at Waterdeep. You put yourself in a situation where you saved a lady, yet have realized the after effect of doing said thing. As the next morning, after you guys got back to the Day Seekers home base, the in between, um, that morning, the tavern was lit up by a fireball. Most of the party, actually, I shouldn't say most, half the party went on a chase mission trying to catch the individuals responsible for this down, and eventually punished one and pushed them to the afterlife. Well, one got away. The rest of you stayed back at the in between and helped put out the fire and start the process of repair. After that, the group stayed at Daigo's residence, gathered some intel, did some recon, and you guys met back up with a full group at the in between the next morning, where you all realized that the kitchen area was undamaged from the fireball, and you went in there and you found a door, and you went down and you found Mr. Cog's workshop, where you guys had a conversation, shared some information, and Carver went off. A couple followed but did not interject, as within a half an hour of arriving to this place, you guys were fleeing in your own way, as it was on fire and the guard was arriving. You guys made it back to see Victor and Gushnash playing cards at the table, sharing a drink, and I don't know. Is that where we left off, or yeah? Let's pick up there. So we'll say it's probably been about an hour since the incident.
Victor.
So.
Yeah.
Stop that. Coggins is burning something in the kitchen again. Coggins, what the hell are you burning in there?
Hey, I'm not burning anything. Do you guys?
Smells like smoke.
Yeah. At that point, Taruk, Daigo, and Carver, enter the in between. Both of you can see Carver's a little dusted, but you're not injured or anything. But you were in the middle of that, and you can smell that soot smell kind of coming from her. Taruk, you enter. I think you were just flying around doing like aerial stuff, so you shoot down, and a couple minutes after that, Daigo comes in, and you see him pull out a book, and like he pulls it out and he flips pages up, and he just starts, like making a map. Floor is yours. Mr. Cox will bring over some fresh bread and a half tray of cheese and some like horseradish mustard. 'Cause that sounds good.
Yeah. Jesus, what'd you guys do? Get a second job as chimney sweeps? Smells like you're inside a fire.
Um, kind of? Like maybe? A little? Sorta? I may or may not have set their entire warehouse ablaze.
Wow. Well done. where where are we off to next? Let's did we get them all? And I'm a little jealous.
We got, some of them.
I believe in the confusion, there's a couple that got away. There was a carriage of sorts, and then
No, the carriage was what I lit on fire first.
oh, that's right, and then there was an escape door that I believe went into the sewer system, and I think that's what we were talking with Daigo before on our way back.
Yeah.
He raises his hand. He's, yep. I'm trying to come up with. I'm looking at my plans and drawing. But that's where they gotta go, right? I mean, let's be honest. The carriage was always a diversion. We know that that warehouse goes into the sewers. If this is something we want to do, we should probably do it. We should probably move fast because they already have an hour on us. And he starts
Yeah, we should
drawing.
do that. Like now.
Gushnash grabs like a handful of peas and just like dumps a huge glob of horseradish mustard on it and is like ready to go. He's like the road snack. No time to waste.
I mean, this is, something that I, if you don't want to go after this, you don't have to. But I think it's possible to catch him. I just don't know the whole map.
Well, if we do not catch them, then they will catch us again.
Oh. Can somebody remind me what the significance of fucking with these people was in the first place?
They fucked with us. We saved a lady.
So we saved a lady. They fucked with us. We fucked with them back. Does this at all pertain to our overall mission of retrieving our friends and taking down Potter?
No, but not that I know of. But we have made enemies, powerful enemies. We can deal with it now, or we deal on our terms, or we deal with it later on theirs.
That's true. We did interject in their kidnapping of the lady. From what I can tell you, and I've been tracking these guys a long time, they don't give up until you're dead, and everybody you know is dead.
Okay, so we're just like the kill you first kind of mission.
No, they attacked us.
So really, we just want to slit their throats before they can fuck with our shit any further?
Sounds like an excellent plan.
Awesome. All right, let's go.
I'm conflicted. Little bit. Bird underground, no fly, bird underground sort of thing. But also, Possibly we could work out some sort of understanding with them because we didn't mean to intervene completely into their plans and they're just retaliating because we did this sort of thing. And could we some sort of just say, hey, we didn't mean to hurt your feelings there. We just, do good a thing. I don't know. Do we have to start a war of some sort? Did I mention I don't want to go underground?
Talking sounds tedious.
Your mom not sit on your egg long enough there, son.
Did I mention where I come from? We don't walk around much. We just fly everywhere. I mean, it's different for you. I mean, your people out here come from deep under the earth, but it's kind of normal. But for me, it's kind of weird. I can't do anything other than walk about. Wouldn't be so
I
sure.
understand. I mean, I would potentially be afraid if I had to fly everywhere, and I'm used to being underground.
Might have to. I think it has to do something about falling. But and Taruk is still talking really nervously about this.
I dabbled in pacifism once, Farouk. Not in Waterdeep, of course. So, I'm ready to go in. You can just stay behind us and make sure that if anyone gets past us, you kill them.
Leave me, my bird friends. I am not used to wading into the sewers either. But if that is where the rats go, then that is where we must go. Lest we leave Waterdeep and plan on not returning, I would say it is our best bet. And it is, we either leave now or we go after them because they know, they, as our detective friend has spoken of, they have an hour.
Yeah. And if we leave the city, which I'm not gonna do, that's fine. If you leave the city, you should probably take and get rid of anything that you possess here because they will find you. We've broken the chain once. I'm not saying this lightly. I'm trying to be as straightforward as I can. They are a large group of people. They are well organized. But if we can break a link and insert the firecracker, so to say, we can blow them up.
Did we mention that we're already working as an anti-other group situation? And this is kind of sidelining that whole focus.
I don't know if you have, but by these calculations, I think the only two ways they could have left the warehouse and not gone into the city, because that's mindless, is this entry point. So if we go here, that's our point. Make up your mind what you want to do. They're smart.
I want to go get my hands bloody because that's what I'm good at, and I like to take care of problems before they become problems. Or, make them into problems. Let's find out.
Taruk and Mr. Cogs hired me. I'll go where you point me. But I sure love bashing me some skulls. And I don't have any money left to Victor, so it's hard to answer the question.
Well, I suppose if we get in, get out as quickly as we can, mitigate time underground, etc., etc. I really think there's things that we as a party, Carva and myself and others, etc., really do need to look into our other friends' situations. But sure, let's find a place of entry and get going.
Okay.
Let's just go.
All right. So you just leave. It's a series of lefts and rights, up and down a couple blocks, And about 20 minutes later, you find yourself outside of one of the entrances to the sewer system. Not guarded or anything. You guys go over, pop the cap, climb down, or fly down, however your means are, close it up, and land. There is a pathway, but it's only one person wide, and there is just dirty runoff, dirty water runoff, like dirty water deep runoff, just shooting, in a sluice to the right of you. The walkway is on the left hand side. Daigo says, okay, we need to go up a couple blocks, probably 300 feet. We'll get to a break and take a left there. That's when we have to make a choice. It's 50-50.
Should we do should we do a bit of actual reconnaissance? Perhaps a information gathering. We could do this quickly. Make an informed decision versus going blindly.
I mean,
I have a suggestion if you're willing to hear it.
We'll spit it out.
We are not native to this environment. Perhaps a more familiar creature could be of use. I have a way of perhaps scouting or mapping this area generally. At least find the correct route. And should go completely unnoticed. Shouldn't take longer than a half hour.
Is
Maybe
that a
not.
half hour we can spare if we want to be able to catch up to them?
I do not think they're running. I think they're preparing to come after us.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking the group.
So
And I try not to swim against the current.
you're talking about mapping the sewer and the blind spots in Dago's current kind of mapping plan. If you go this route,
Indeed.
I think I can assist potentially, or not, based on what I dumped in the chat with a gambler. Feature never tell me the odds. That's up to the DM's discretion how that can be used, though.
I mean, Victor, I'm wondering because cryptic speech and all. So if we had someone who had I would think maybe a bat of some sort, or something that was native to down and sewers that could move quickly, that might be able to locate something. But I mean, echolocation would
You're-
be.
You are a wise bird, my friend.
I think.
Yes. I may this darkness will mean nothing to me in my other form.
The
But I do not want to make a decision without the group. Tell me now, and I can go ahead. Even if you wish to move slowly forward, perhaps.
Well, I
But
think
yes,
speed and urgency is of the essence. I think if you're able to relay information, potentially, or just scout and come back, but I think we would want to still
Talking about-
continue moving while.
I can send a message, though I must be fairly close, like no more than maybe 100 feet ahead or 120 feet ahead.
Mhm.
Actually, I could do it twice that distance. I
Gush
also,
leans
if you have a way of sending a silent alarm as well. In fact, that is what we can do. I can send a. If you hear the silent alarm, then it means move forward.
Let me check my spell book. I might have something. Give me a second to just thumb through here for a second.
Just want to
I
say,
have message at 120 feet that I can do at will.
as you guys like get down here and you're deciding what plan it is, the smell is just bad. It's like it takes you a couple minutes for it to really like you get the initial off, and then like just after being down here a couple minutes, you're like, stinks. Oh man. You see,
Gush leans over. Oh, go ahead.
you see a couple rats running along the wall on the opposite side, like where the water like dipping into the nasty water, um, running down.
I rolled a preemptive Constitution for Taruk, and it was a 10.
Borderline. Bleh.
Yeah, it's a little.
So, what's the plan?
Carver, is he? Gush kind of whispers over to Carver while Victor and Taruk are talking. Says, "He's Victor talking about like changing clothes or something and sneaking ahead. He's got like a really fancy cape that like makes it harder for people to see him. Not understanding that he's changing into a bat.
He, I don't think he's changing his clothes. I think he's changing himself.
Like how he feels on the inside.
Like, have you ever seen a druid, wild shape?
What?
No? I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay, so, druids, do you know what a druid is?
Like leaf eaters, right?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
No,
just let's
no.
pretend we didn't. I'm
Do
gonna
you-
go back up and make sure no one's coming down the hall.
Are you aware of the Emerald Enclave?
Good talk.
Oh, okay. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. All right.
Here's what I will do. I will scout ahead. I will send a message telling you which direction to go. If Gush, you hear a loud whistle, you will make no mistake of it. You will be the only one who hears it. If you hear this whistle, you come charging in that direction.
I can do that. In charge.
Okay. You see, he pulls out he's got like a silver whistle in the shape of a screaming skull, like a long whistle. Pulls it out. Very well. I shall let you know. You will get a message from me shortly. If you hear again, the message will tell you which direction. If you hear this whistle, Gush, make haste.
Done.
See a black mist start to form around him as his feet just to get enveloped as it like bristly hair starts to form as his ears point and fangs come out as the mist slowly engulfs him and his form changes into that of a dark black bat. Fly forward. I'll use my blind sight, my echolocation to kind of map the area as I'm going.
Okay. All right.
That's a really great cape.
So you guys are gonna follow, but at a distance. Yeah. All right. Okay. Victor. As you head up, it's about 200 feet before you hit that mark that Daigo said you have to go left here. Um, you map out a little bit ahead of this, but it looks like it goes to like some graded grain. You shift back down, and you head down to the left. What's your ability do?
Basically blind sight
Okay,
up to 60 feet,
all right,
and I have flight.
okay. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check, please?
Second. Sorry. My internet jumped, so I'm just gonna go. Scroll dice. 16 plus
Ooh, yeah,
6, 22.
perfect. All right, you shoot up, and when you get down to the end of this section, which is um, about 75, 80 feet, um, you notice the marking in the brick that signifies the Nightshade Syndicate, which is the shadows with swirlies around them, like engraved into a stone on the wall. Also, at this point, you notice um, it's not a T. It's like or not a four way. It's a T. All right, and the symbol that you see leads down to the right side of the T, and then you came from like you came from here. It goes straight up, but the symbol leads you this way. You also notice four placed like pouches that are on ribbons, which with a you said 22 with blind
Yeah.
sight you see uh like like the tiniest of wires connecting these four pouches together at this intersection. As you fly around and notice this, also up about maybe another 60 feet, you see a faint glow of what you can only imagine from this distance, like a campfire or something, in the shadows rippling around it. And you take a second, you do hear a couple voices, but they sound raspier, from this
Oh,
distance, and it's like, you get a little bit of that echo as, and you're fighting with the flow of the water. At this point, the rest of the group, you make it to the intersection, and you can turn, and you take a left, and you can see the bat flying about, you know, 80 feet, 75 feet down. Um,
um, can I? So I'm gonna. Can I? I will use a sorcery point to subtle spell, so because I don't have hands to use, and I will cast a message, and I will tell them that be wary. There is a wire trap, I believe, here at the intersection, and voices up ahead. Come up to the trap silently, and I will scout out who these voices belong to. And I'm gonna fly up to get a closer look at these whoever's talking, keeping an eye
okay.
out. Also, I have Eldritch Sight, which allows me to detect magic at will. Is there anything magical that
Um,
I can see?
at the intersection?
Yeah, that area right before I go and fly
Yeah.
forward.
No, no.
Okay.
Actually, I'd probably say that marking of the Nightshade Syndicate is
Hmm.
is very faintly magical. Um,
Okay.
uh,
And
yeah, Gush.
I want to reply to Victor's message. Victor, what did you have in your hand when I folded that last round of cards. Gotta know.
We'll make it through this, you. And never reveal my secret. You
That-
must pay to see.
The three of you, or the four of you, walk the pathway up to the intersection as Victor, in his bat form, shoots down to the right tunnel, and you see him take off. As you approach, you guys all notice the thin wire that runs across this this section of the path. I mean, Carver's flying.
I was just gonna say, I like to note that Carver has not once touched down
Yeah,
on this Staincast sewer ground.
I'm gonna assume that Taruk can like hover and fly. I mean, for straight flying, it would be strenuous in here, but you could like jump up and spread your wings and coast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say you probably would like jump and flutter over, or yeah.
Daigo just steps over it.
I'm like knee deep in sewage.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah, Daigo just steps right over it. He's gonna
I'm going to
put a knee
Yes,
down and like by the bag, and he's gonna like hold it and untie it and keep the pressure on it and move it back and tie it off to another rock that's at a lower point and say, all right, Kushnash, you should be able to step over that.
Okay, I will try.
Yeah, you step over it. I mean, at the point that it was at was probably almost your waist, at a dwarf height. So, he just keeps the pressure, does that.
We haven't
Alright.
said it, but I'd like to be sneaking. I'd like to try to be quiet.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Go. I'm at disadvantage. That's a critical one for 4.
You like step over it and you overcorrect, and your right foot just like you're on this like stone pathway, but you slip a little bit as you like try to correct, and then you go to land with your right foot and your weapon goes into the sluice, and you like use it as a just like a staff, and your right foot goes in there a little bit. Now you got like just some dirty water deep runoff, on the right foot.
Kids, that's called creating a problem that didn't exist before.
With your passive perception, there might be a little bit of dookie on one section. You see that, Victor? You hear this as you're flying away. You see Kushnash just, slip a little bit, correct himself, but it's definitely anything but silence. As you fly up, you hit an opening in this tunnel where you see the fire, and you see like 3 or 4 makeshift tents. And as you like fly up, try not to, how into it do you want to get?
I would like to, I think I would casually fly in. I mean, I don't think it's probably not super common, but I don't think it'd be unheard of for a bat to make its way into the sewer system.
Yes.
So I don't think I would be too concerned about it. I'm not trying to make it obvious, like fly down by their head. So I'm gonna casually fly up to the ceiling, or
Yeah, you fly up to the ceiling. You find like a piece of medieval rebar that's broken through the concrete, and you latch onto that, and you look down, and you can see like 6 humanoids that are in this It's like a bigger circle. So the circle room is probably like a 40-foot radius, but on this side, it's like 20 feet that they take up with these little tents and makeshift huts, and there's a little fire going. All of the individuals look like rougher. They don't look like anybody that you've encountered in the Nightshade, but also they could be good at disguise, I guess. Roll me a perception check.
That is an 11 plus 6 is 17.
Okay. Um, you you listen and you can hear. I think this deal's getting worse for us. They used to give us a week's worth of food to cover the tracks. Now they barely give us a day. Once was another one pipes in. It's like, yeah, I used to be able to buy a bunch of booze. A bunch! But 1 gold is 1 silver now. They're really cutting us off. And then you hear older gentleman that's like was covered up by a blanket. You better pipe down. They hear you talking that smack, fools. You'll be next. You'll be next. Now pipe it down. And he lays back down and covers his ratty ass blanket over like his shoulder. Just a bunch of nonsense after that. General talking. They're like they break out like a pan, like a really ratty pan, and put some food in it that doesn't really make sense, and just heat it up. Well, you look down the hallway, you can see the rest of the group making the turn and clearing that obstacle. Um, Starting to walk.
I'm gonna use message one more time and be like, there are 6 individuals. They are discontented with the situation. We may be able to bribe them and avoid a fight. Perhaps even gain a little information. They are not the ones we need to worry about. I'm gonna say that to probably Gush, Nosh. He's still speaking to.
Victor, what sound does the wind make as it moves through the canyon?
Who was that message directed to?
Gush, Nosh.
Okay.
I mean, is that a whistle? Is the answer a whistle?
What did you say, Victor? Did you just say? Gush now takes up.
No, I can't respond. I can't respond back after that anyway.
Oh, damn
Okay,
it.
so maybe I shouldn't have gone to Gush,
Oh,
Nosh.
I'll message Victor. Be like,
Okay.
sorry, I don't think we caught that. Repeat.
I'll respond that there are 6 individuals. They are low level lackeys. We may be able to bribe or intimidate them and avoid a fight without alerting the others. They seem to be underpaid and overworked.
I'll message again.
How about we bribe them? I mean, we've got lots of gold. We've got resources. If they're disgruntled lackeys, they're probably easily swayed by like basic necessities.
I agree with a underlining tone of intimidation, so that they understand that it is their best interest to take their bribe, and that otherwise things could be rough.
Okay, you get started on the intimidation, and we'll catch up with the bribes.
Okay. I will. How long has this been? How long have I been in a bat? Well,
Ah, jeez, probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe.
yeah, yeah, I guess by the time this is all over, it's gonna be another. Okay, I'm going to fly like to the edge, to the ground. Like they said, there's a fire going, so I want to be right at the edge of the light,
All
so
right.
I'm like all covered in shadows. And then I'm going to the mist will kind of form around me as I my body forms out of the bat, uh, and as I raise myself up,
You hear,
greetings, my friend.
you hear an instant clattering of just randomness as they all reach for their like spears that are made out of shovel staffs and everything. Hey,
Quiet, my friends. If I wanted you dead, you would already be dead.
yeah, you think so, do ya? You're outnumbered. As like three of them gather their weapons and like start to look at you, you see a bit of nervousness in their faces, Victor.
You're fools if you think numbers have anything to do with power. I'm gonna stare them down out of the darkness. 'Cause, I will also use minor illusion to make like the shadows around me kind of like licking and lapping, as if they're kind of um, both shrouding me, but also kind of shrouding me while also kind of licking and lapping out,
Yeah.
uh, lacking out. Now, you make a choice today to live or to die.
Roll
I'm
me
gonna
a
try to intimidate them.
yeah. Roll me an intimidation check. Uh, add a +5 for the minor illusion, please.
17, 20, let's see, 17 plus, I'm pretty good. 17 plus 9, then with the 5 would be 26.
26. Okay, as you guys are coming up behind, you hear like the ready to arms of grabbing weapons, and then immediately you hear them hit the floor and be like, "We live, we live.
And
We didn't see
we
anything.
only ask for one thing,
What's the one thing you
to
ask?"
answer my question.
Oh boy.
Seek your, seek the syndicate. They owe me much. And in return, you keep your lives and perhaps leave with heavier coin purses.
Yeah. You hear like the chubby guy in the back tune up. He had a long sword that he dropped. He said, yeah, yeah, you're gonna save us from the syndicate. I have a better chance of getting a free baker's dozen of donuts from up there at Dipsy's. You know what I'm saying? You're
I don't
nothing.
know what you're saying.
They're good fucking donuts, and you're not gonna get them free, which means the syndicate will kill us before you have the chance. Why should we talk to you?
Because you will die in this moment.
Are we there yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say you're like coming up behind 15, 20 feet away.
Look,
Yep.
your only chance for survival is to give us the information so that we may
Who's
put
we?
an end to these. I just smile as my eyes
Whoa!
kind of
Yeah.
flash behind them.
Yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Victor!
Fuck.
What do you mean? Our numbers are what's going to intimidate them. I want them to know you're there.
Victor! Victor!
Intimidation only works if they know
Oh.
we're.
Okay,
Alright.
good job on the intimidation, buddy. That was a real solid effort. I appreciate you. You did great.
Listen. You want information. We want to be alive. The only way we're
Well-
gonna be alive if we give you information is if we can get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that can be arranged.
So,
Would you like a grave or would you like refuge?
I'm thinking 10 gold apiece for the information, or you can take your chances against us.
It's more like you're taking your chances against us. Because I don't know if you heard, but I like to burn things.
No, I haven't heard. I don't know who you are. It's
And
fucking.
slit
Wait a
throats
second.
and carve people up. Oh, hi, I'm Carver.
That's weird, right? Yeah. You see him like give you a look, give Taruk a look, and then their eyes pan to the dwarf that's wearing spike fucking armor. 5
Oh
gold.
shit, the Nightshade Syndicate!
Five gold. 5 gold apiece.
You
Come
should
on.
give him 10.
I don't know, guys.
Yeah.
5 gold apiece? That's pretty steep.
give-
I was gonna offer them, like, jobs.
See, coming from a place of a
And-
bunch of folks that have empty stomachs and flapping gums, I think you should actually be a little more accepting of our offer. We come from a lot more than just, you know, a
Listen,
place of solitude, sanctuary. Your food and your bellies is it's more than
I know.
a lot. You guys
That's
have
what
now.
the 5 gold's gonna do. All right. Here's my predicament. I can give you information, and the Nightshade Syndicate will kill us. I cannot give you information, and you will kill us. All right. So the only win for us from here, and this is all coming from the one guy that you guys are now assuming that can talk a little bit, is a little benefit. Otherwise, it sounds like we're gonna get killed.
Hi, are you done flapping your gums?
Not at all. I can flap them some more if you wish.
Or I could
I
just
think-
stop you from flapping them so you'll fucking listen.
Maybe.
Maybe.
7 gold.
Maybe.
I
How
pull out my
about you
gold
fucking
coin
shut
pouch
up
and
and
throw it on
listen
the.
for a second?
Why
I
you?
throw my gold coin pouch on the ground. There's 100 gold in there. You will speak. You will tell me what I need to know, or I will rip your throat out and take the gold.
Or we can do it that way. I was gonna try to be nice for once.
You see him like pull his javelin and move the gold pouch towards him, but not make a move to pick it up. And then he looks at you. Deal. Spits on his hand. Goes to.
Ew.
Where is the Nightshade Syndicate located? In here, in this sewer.
They're that. Down this way.
What
Two-
can we expect as far as their numbers?
You know,
I'm going to subtle cast detect thoughts as I do this as well, so I make sure he's not fucking lying.
okay.
Like,
Okay. All right. So surface thoughts, that's a lot of fucking gold, and you can feel him instantly change from being not that he was being tough. You gather this is the one that keeps the group alive. You know, he takes the better of the bad bargains. You know, and that
he's
kind of
He's the big dick.
yeah, so you feel him searching for as much information, you know, and there's still fear behind that. Even with that, well, obviously. They had us set up traps. They came through but a little over an hour ago. So that means by now, they are probably within the respite room. A locked box that it can only be gotten by solving some astronomically hard puzzle.
Oh, that I
Unless-
don't think that's gonna be a problem. So where's this respite room, please?
It's that way. Also, you should probably be aware. They have multiple parts of this section of the sewers booby trapped.
Okay.
Where? Do you know exactly where these traps are?
I know that there's 2 spots that we do. One on this main hallway closer to the end, And once you take the third left, that leads you to the respite room. There's a trap before you get to the chambers. Be wary. It'll knock you out. I promise.
What initiates the trap?
The first one is pressure plates. The second one is noise.
I think I'm good on both counts. Krishnash,
Yes, Carver.
I think maybe we need to find a way to make you not noisy and a little lighter.
Just like kind of turn and like with my spike.
Grind into the stone walls.
I can be real quiet.
I can help with that if need be.
Okay,
If it comes
okay.
to that.
Hey, just
What else? And what kind of what kind of leaders? Are they spellcasters? Are they warriors? The syndicate that I must worry about.
I'm assuming you're chasing the group that just came through here.
Indeed.
Well, this is what they can tell you about them. Hold on, let me pull up my notes.
I imagine him roll.
I mean, rifle
Let me
straight
pull up my note.
for drawings. Okay.
Sarik is the leader. He's the one in charge of the North Ward. He's the one we normally deal with.
Agreed. Okay.
Yeah, he's a fucking charming bastard like yourself. And then you have Lyra. She's a tiefling. She's good with a bow.
Oh shit, she's the one we let live before. Fucking bitch.
Davian. He's a fucking weirdo. You see him in the right light, he doesn't look like he's alive. Fucking creepy. Then they got Malik. He's the brute. This time they had two other ones I wasn't familiar with them. Those are the ones I know. That's the information I could give.
Okay, okay.
Hey,
So two for
You
me,
better
one
not.
for the rest of you. I think we're good.
I hope for your sake you have no other information you are withholding. And at that moment, I'm going to probe deeper into his mind.
okay. Right. That's a save
He has
for
to make
him,
a
right?
wisdom. I believe it's a wisdom, but let me double check.
Ooh, he rolled 18.
Oh, that'll fucking do it, I think. Let me see here. Yep.
I rolled a 16.
That will save.
So plus 2. It could have been really bad.
Yeah, well then he made it.
I will say, but you still get service thoughts on that, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, no, it might end it actually. Let me look. Or maybe he just knows. I don't know. Wisdom save, the reasoning, and the emotional save. If he succeeds, the spell ends. Yeah, no,
Okay.
he succeeds, the spell ends.
So he looks at you, acknowledges what happens, picks up the gold, the pouch, and feels the weight. Water and poison. Those are your worst enemies down here. So, be prepared.
What is your name?
Patrick, what's yours?
No, Patrick. Victor. You have made an ally today. Remember what we have done for you, and I will remember what you have done for me.
Yeah.
When the
And
syndicate is no more, and you need work, come and find me.
Oh, we're beating feet out of water deep. This gets us out. We'll see you in Baldur's Gate if you ever get down south. That's where we'll be.
Or you could just, accept work as hired hands. Here in Waterdeep.
He looks at you and looks at his guys. We we don't have any chance here. Not here. We have to get out. Nightshade Syndicate doesn't go down south. We will be safe there with the coin that you generously offered us here.
Alright, fine. Run like little bitches. See if I care.
We choose live over bitches.
No, sweetheart, you're choosing both. Alright, guys, let's go.
What? I may have missed it. What race were they again?
By humans.
Okay.
As the group pushes forward, Gush is gonna hang back to watch the rear, to make sure that no one double crosses us.
Okay. You see them like their camp, like all the important stuff to them, which none of it looks valuable, but they take it down, and within a couple minutes, they are out of here, and they seem to be moving with a sense of urgency.
So, Gush is gonna hang back a little bit further, separate from the other three if I can,
Okay.
to what I want to call 04 with detective. Yeah. I want to call Patrick over right before they're as our group's walking and they're leaving.
Hey, I've told you everything I know. Just let us get on our way.
Different. For honest deal, you have a drink, and I'm gonna pull out my tankard of plenty, and it's good dwarven ale. Hand it to him. Put my arm around him. I'm gonna tell him, here's the thing, Patrick. Half the gold in that pouch is coming into my hand right now, or I'm gonna kill you all. I've been pretty deep with some sharks. Need that gold more than I worry about the blood on my conscience. So I'm gonna let you walk with 50. You're gonna give me 50. That guy that gave you the gold owes me a shitload of money. All right. Bought me in cards the other night. Dice too. It's got to be cheating.
I'm gonna let you. I want an intimidation roll or a deception roll. You can choose because you used both.
They're the same. We're going intimidation. Yes. 22. Just squeeze his shoulder a little bit.
You bring him into your shoulder pauldrons, which have the spikes on, like just touching his skin a little bit.
50 gold is more than enough to get where you're going.
This is dirty. We had a deal with Victor.
We did. Or you did. You and Victor did.
Fuck.
It's still a great deal. You're still all walking out of here with 15 gold apiece. I'm assuming he's not good at math.
You see him think about trying to run. Maybe you feel in your grasp a little bit of instinctual flinch but then you hold on to him, and he reaches in and he pulls out 50 coin, and that's a lot of coin. I mean, it's a couple handfuls, 6.
All right, you guys better get. It's about to get sticky down here.
Fuck you, dude. Let me go.
Just come get the
Fucking
gold off my
thief.
court.
You're a thief. We had a deal. We had a fucking deal. And he'll fucking shake his shoulder out of your grasp and fucking catch up with his guys, while flipping you off the whole time, like this, as he's walking backwards.
I come to the group. I come back to our group. I'm like, they're gone. They took off.
And we're gonna go to break right there. So we'll be back in 10 or so. Todd. All right, so we're back. You guys are. This clearing is now your own. You know that the third left up leads you to the respite room. You know that there are a few traps, and what those traps may have due to the intel that you squeezed out of these guys. Um, what you doing? How you doing it? Who's leading the way?
Well, I believe now that we know where the traps are, that Carver, that the point of inability to set off traps, General Sneaky.
All right.
I
Um,
shall support from the rear.
the
No
guy said
jokes,
something
dwarf.
about noise.
Huh?
Uh, Patrick had said something about noise. Should I be
Yeah,
upfront with
so
Carver?
we have a bit of time. We will come across the pressure plate first, I believe. Right? Is that correct? Is that what he told us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we look for that. We know it's coming up, and then we'll have a. Does anyone have any way of making anyone silent? I do, but it is taxing. I prefer a different method if possible.
But unfortunately, I haven't really specified in concealment. I've been perfecting my art of archery and helping the group. If you know what I'm saying.
I'm good at not being seen. I'm not good at making other people not be seen. I'm working on
So
it.
I could, if we think it would work, uh, give him the ability to fly for short periods of time.
Oh, that would help.
If
Yeah, for
the
sure.
no, if the noise is mostly from his stomping around, there is also another option, though it is more taxing, and I would prefer not to do it. But perhaps having him be able to fly for a bit. This would be an odd experience for a party to work, such as yourself.
Hey, Gush,
Me?
you
Imagine
want to be airborne,
not having
buddy?
your feet on the ground.
I don't have any
A
wings.
flying spiked dwarf. Here,
Oh,
You don't need
that's
wings.
dangerous.
Just
We
throw
got
him at
magic.
the enemies now that you fly.
How do I?
Sorry.
How do
he's
I
just
like?
flying with his arms out, chest up, right
Like
towards it.
thing?
Okay, so you see how
You
I'm
would
doing
use your
it? I
mind.
just kind of like zip side to side without moving my wings.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, you do that. You think it, and it happens. Not yet, though. Wait for Victor to cast a spell.
Yeah. So
We should do it as we get closer.
yeah, I would
think.
imagine
So
you.
it does not.
It's probably another 40 minutes until
Oh yeah,
you
we'll do it.
cross the second intersection, and you know the third one's coming up. There's like a faint orange light at each intersection. Um, uh, and Carver, if you're leading the way with your passive investigation,
My passive investigation is stupid, stupid high.
yeah,
It's
it's over.
22.
Yeah. You notice you enter this section, like the section of these pressure plates, and you can see like 6-inch squares, like a checkered board, but they're all stone, and the reds are down and the blacks are up,
Okay.
right? And you it's about 15-foot long section, and probably 25 feet on the other side of this is your turn.
Okay. So I'll just kind of like stop before the checkerboard starts
Yeah.
and be like, okay, now's a good time, probably. Or
This
we can take some time and I can investigate every tile and figure out which one is going to set off the trap.
is there how long or how big is this room?
It's 15 feet long.
And
The width.
yeah, and this section of flooring goes out about 10 feet wide and 15 feet long now. You still have the sluice, so you could jump in the the water runoff from the water deep runoff, and trudge
Water
through
is
that. But it's
There's,
water is poison.
yeah, it is. It is
yeah.
extremely
All right, all right,
toxic.
all right. Just give me a second. And
Can't
I'm
you
just
two just carry the dwarf over? You can both fly
like,
together. You
you
can't just carry
sneaky.
the dwarf over.
It seems like
You're a
Tur-
little, but
Taruk and Carver combined probably weigh about a dwarf leg.
I weigh
yeah,
265 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't think.
never
Yeah,
mind.
no, that's not happening.
That's
So
weird. You
how
could like
about
string
hey,
rope like
I,
a blimp.
just
you can always try.
no thanks. So I'm just gonna go and I'm going to investigate these tiles to figure out which one sets off the trap. Okay, okay.
All right, give me an investigation check.
That is on an angle. It should be. That's a 17 on the die. My investigation's a plus 12, so that is a oh shit. That's a 29.
It takes you about 2 seconds to realize that all these raised plates are the actual floor, and the depressed plates are the triggers. Like they click down and then they shoot up to the normal level. And along with this, you now, like, as you get into the chamber and you're inspecting this, you can see 4 portholes. And you like take a second and you like block the noise out, and you can just hear water or some liquid flowing behind them, and it's all pushing in to this pinch point. And uh,
So
yeah, here's you said 29.
yeah.
Yeah, you also notice that each plate of these is about 2/3 the size of Gushnash's foot. Like he would have to tiptoe through this little section that's about 15 feet long.
Taking
Um,
that into account, I'm going to take some of my chalk that I use for spellcasting, and I'm going to mark him a path with X's on the raised tiles
okay.
that he can travel. And then when he's ready, I'm going to be like, okay, Gushnash, you are going to only step on the tiles that have X's, okay?
Yeah.
And when you do, Taruk and I are going to hold onto either one of your hands and try to help you balance your way through this, okay?
I'm like a ballerina. I don't need no hand holding. I need my hands to hold on to my axe.
Gushnash,
Yes.
if you fail and you hit one of those other tiles, we are going to get swept down this tunnel by a tsunami of what I can only imagine is disgusting shit water. And while
Point
I can
taken.
fly above it, you can't.
I see what you're saying now.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna be a good little dwarf, and you're gonna hold our hands, and we're gonna lead you through this, okay, buddy?
Holster my axe.
Okay. Victor, how are you getting through this? I know we have 2 flyers.
I will walk on the stone.
Okay. I need Victor to give me a dexterity check going through this, and I need Gushnash. You're holding on to the flying one's arms. I'm gonna give you a +5 on your dexterity. We'll say saving throw. That's an easier one to.
Before we start,
Alright,
I'm
not good.
also going to take some rope, and I'm going to tie it around Gushnosh's waist, and I'm going to hand the other end to Victor. Be
Okay.
like, when you make it to the other side, hold tight.
Yeah.
It's a little much.
So you can add a +2 to your dexterity saving throw, Victor, because of that.
I have a
Alright, that gives me an 11.
11.
Yep.
What'd you get, Gush?
a 23.
23. All right.
I'm like the
With
ballerina of the.
the expertise of this dwarf, and that the aid of his new compadres, you guys get Gush across with ease. And it's about that time where you hear and the ports open on the side and Gush, as soon as the water starts flowing out, the rope around your waist that's tied to Victor gets extremely tight, and you have to put your foot into the ground and like brace it against a stone and hold yourself. But you have the rope. Victor is tied. You can pull him in. Victor, you do take some damage from the initial blow. Oh boy, that's high. Oh, that's even higher. 6 4 is 10 plus 6 5 is 11. That's 21 points of bludgeoning damage you get as the ports open and the water just pinches you into the sluice of the water runoff. You're like, you twist your ankle and you fall down. Your ropes like immediately brought up underneath your armpits and it just burns, and you take that damage is mostly right there, and then slowly as like you start to get pulled, you can work your way over to the walkway and get yourself out of this situation. You are covered in just blech, blech.
And
Oh,
you were the
that
one
did
I
not work
wasn't
well.
worried about. I had that backward.
Indeed. I don't. So, like, were these stones just like really small, like the step, like the checkered, like they're not normal size
Yes.
steps, even
Yeah,
with
it
a
was
mark?
like 6 inch
Okay.
squares, and pretty much when you fail your saving throw, you just slip off of one of them because it's a sewer floor. It's still damp and slick and stuff, and you push one of those pressure plates. As soon as you did that, the portholes open, unleashed a little bit of water, a lot of raw runoff on you and pushed you in there. That's a good call at the last
I
second.
pull out my change of clothing. I have a set of traveling clothes that I'm going to quickly change into.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I'm not going to walk through these sewers covered in.
I can just clean you up if you want. You don't have to change.
Oh,
And I'll
well,
just kind
that
of
would
like
be good. Thank
prestidigitate
you.
him.
Yeah.
He was
Over,
getting out a new cape.
yeah,
Victor,
over,
it seems you have a bit of a glisten on you now.
yeah. It takes about a
So
minute,
Sheen,
but you can get him perfectly clean. It's like what, a 1 by 1
Bush, Nosh.
cube. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good. 10 foot by 10 foot. Yeah, that'd probably take and it takes how long to cast?
I
One
think it's
action.
like it's
Oh,
you're
it's like instant. Yeah.
it's instant, so you can do it once a round. So it take a handful of rounds. Victor's about 6 foot, so um,
Well, thank you, and thank you, Gushnosh, for pulling me out of that vile,
You
Already
still
did.
infected
feel
pit.
gross, but you look okay and you smell okay. So
But you couldn't clean
Well, I
my.
appreciate it.
also, Dago, you okay, buddy?
yeah, he made it through. I rolled a 19 for him.
Yeah.
So
This floor is slippery. Be careful where your footing is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep a better eye on you. Maybe just keep the rope
Please.
around your waist for a bit.
I think I'll be fine. We're past the trap now.
Okay.
As you guys move up and take the third left, you can see uh, the sluice is no longer here. This is more of like a circular tunnel chamber, and it definitely feels like it's been made recently. And by recently, like a couple decades. It's definitely way newer than the main line that you have been traveling. And you turn around, you walk about 20, 30 feet, and you can start to see a door opening with several sources of light. And just as you see that, the light reflects off a little bit, and you remember the other trap that Patrick told you about. And this one is like hundreds of fishing lines tied on the walls. And it's just like like a movement, like a piano string. Like it's just one of those ones where you were told to be quiet. It is noise led.
Okay. So I think now we need to be very, very quiet.
I agree.
Good one. I think now would be a good time for you to learn to fly.
Do we think that flying, looking at it now that I'm actually looking at it, do we think flying is gonna make him quiet or quiet enough, or does it need to be like perfectly timed? Do we think like
Give me an insight check,
do these
please.
look like do they look unbelievably fine and like sensitive? I rolled a 19,
19.
so 25.
Okay. Ah, fuck. That's really high. Uh, all right. So, man, you guys fucking nailed these checks on these traps tonight. So, does you gather that you could probably walk slowly. You could probably walk slowly and cautiously and not trigger it. However, someone in full metal armor with a big weapon that has a lot of weight to him. It looks like the trap triggers on vibrations. All right.
It's
So
like it
like
did.
as you inspect it, you see that these lines are hooked up to floating wooden arms, which are pinned into the wall with arcane symbols. So yeah, you might be able to, but Gushnosh, no, his chance is like 10% by quick calculations. And how you feel about this trap.
All right. Then like it did. Your very essence, your very presence. Well, there's no doubt sent off the trap.
Okay, I have an
But
idea to dampen our sound. That might work. So I'm gonna cast fog cloud.
She said fart cloud.
Yeah, right.
Fog cloud. I'm gonna cast fog cloud.
Okay.
Uh, it's an action to cast. It's concentration up to an hour, and it should cover the whole 20 feet to the door.
Okay. And give me your clever use of this, because I feel like you have a reason.
So the fog should act as a sound barrier, so that the noise isn't able to travel through as easily.
Okay. Okay.
You know how when you're in a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
forest and
Yeah. It
it's like
gets
foggy, it's like silent.
okay. I'll give you just so we're all front. This will give you a +5 to your stealth check, going through here. So just before you guys you feel like this does benefit everyone. Um,
Okay.
so that's where we're at. You feel more comfortable,
Okay.
but
So I'll do that, and then I'll turn around to everybody else and just be like, okay, this should help, but you still need to be as quiet as you possibly can. I'm gonna disappear now, okay? Okay. And I will just enter the fog.
okay,
And that is a nat 20 on my stealth roll.
of course. For a 336.
For 32.
You make it through fine, and just on the other side of the fog cloud, you come out and you can see the open doorway with a stone tablet sitting on like a stone pedestal, and the outline of another door there, but it's no handle or nothing. You can see a couple arcane lights in the corners, and you also see a jade like pendant, like circle pendant, in the the just debris like at the corner of the wall.
I want
Um,
to touch it.
you're still 20, 30 feet from it, and you used your turn, so we'll save that.
Yeah.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
Still think perhaps we should fly through. We should fly through.
Well,
Good.
I was gonna walk through. I don't want my wings to disturb the fog. Um, so Daruk will just kind of little bird pit pat through the.
All right. Stealth check. Plus
Yeah.
5, because I do think the fog cloud has some play.
A little bit of a deafening.
Yeah. Yeah.
I rolled a 26.
Perfect. Yep.
I think, yeah, I don't know about stealth check for me, or the dwarf. I am going to cast. I'm going to twin cast fly. As I begin to cast with both my hands glow. As I touch me and Bruce now. You for the next 10 minutes you will fly like a bird, like a big, giant, unwieldy bird.
Will I have like talons?
No, you are not a bird, like a bird. I lift up off the ground and then silently fly forward. Well, actually, I'm flying like hands behind my back, standing up straight like dark side. Or yeah, like dark side flies.
It gives Victor even the more like oh man, that intensity as he floats that way, and you see him fade in to the fog, and he is no longer there. Um, you uh, make your way out the other side, Victor. Um, Gush, man,
I'm flying.
you're flying.
I try to put my hands behind my back like Victor because it looks so cool. And like, I'm guessing I can't control it, and it starts spinning.
No, you can control your flight, but you can't control the fact that you are wearing armor and you're a dwarf. And I don't know how many dwarves can actually put their hands behind their back and interlock them, because they are just stout individuals.
It's even better if I try and fail.
Yeah, but it's give me a stealth check. I'm gonna give you advantage, and you get the +5 because you're flying. Victor's flown several times since he's joined this campaign. He knows how to control it. You just gave a big old dwarf with full fucking armor the ability to fly. I'll give you the highest chance I can.
Okay, so
Terrible.
my disadvantage cancels out, so it's a straight roll. So I have disadvantage on stealth generally.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. 13 plus your 5
Oh,
would be 8.
look at that, Carver. All right. Um, it's tight. It's tight. But you make your way through, and now all of you come out the other side. And you can see this room in front of you. You haven't entered it yet. That's about 20 by 40 with this stone tablet in the center that is supported by like a stone altar. It's like a stone altar kind of, but there is a book open that is stone.
I use detect magic with my Eldritch dice.
Okay, you pick up um, uh, three like 3-inch discs. Well, no, 4 3-inch discs in there, and also there is a warding um, sigil on this doorway on the opposite side of the room, but there's no handle or anything on the doorway. You guys get
A
the
warding sigil.
yeah, like a protection. Um, uh,
Beware of that door. It has magic.
yeah. So, you're outside the room. Who's going in?
Oh,
Well, I don't have to touch the floor or anything, so I think it's probably prudent if I uh, proceed ahead first and investigate. Make sure it's safe for everyone else to continue.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, guy. Roll me an investigation check. As you fly in, the 3 of you, the 4 of you, Daigo's there. He's just, I don't like putting words in PC's mouth, so he's going to hang out. Um,
It's a 14 on the die for a 26.
okay. You see, as you fly around, that, uh, where is it? Where is my right notes? Hold on one second. Is that the jade circle that you saw? You like fly over that way, and you can see it's like a teardrop with like it's a circle, but there's like a teardrop, like a dropper um, vial, and in the center of this teardrop is a snake circling up, and at the crest of it there's 2 fangs that are jade that stick out from this medallion. As you spin around and you look in the center of the room, you can see the stone tablet has some writing on it, and it has a place for 4 uh, I don't know what you would call them. Like, fuck. Why am I drawing a
Like
blank?
a receptacle of some kind?
Yeah. So what you see is on this tablet there is 3 open slots that would receive one of these circles, right? 3 open slots in a row, like from north to south, and on the west side there is another open slot. And there is some writing on the tablet. What languages do you speak?
Common goblin thieves' cant.
Yeah, it doesn't look familiar to you.
Can I
Okay.
see the writing from where I'm at?
If it doesn't look dangerous to just enter the room, then I'll just kind of like usher everybody
Yeah, it did. You don't get the sense of traps or anything like that with your investigation. It's more of it's beyond that. It's All right, so the rest of
in.
you.
I'm going to be like, can anybody read this? If not, I have a thing, but I don't want to waste spells if we're going into combat.
Let me take a look. So True could go up next to her and see if I can. I've got Eric Cochran, Auron, Common, Elvish, Gith, and then the mechanical thing from early in the campaign.
Ooh, yeah, no, you don't understand this language. Seems older.
I've got nothing. Looks really old though.
I mean, this
I'll take a look at it.
place looks fairly ancient, but hey, Victor, you're ancient. Maybe you can read it. I'm assuming, anyways.
look-
I mean, you look like you've seen better
Do I
days.
look that old? Do I truly
Kinda.
look that old?
What's your
I'd love to take a
languages?
look. Common, Elvish, Abyssal, and Infernal.
For, hold on one second.
Dwarvish, gnomish. I hope it's written in Dwarven. Just like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's your moment to shine. Oh, the dwarves gotta read it.
This is like third grade dwarf.
Turntables have turntables.
What'd you say?
Common, Elvish, Infernal, and Abyssal.
Nope.
Sorry, I do not
Don't pick
know
it.
these tongues.
Don't pick it.
Gush, are you?
Bad for you.
Dwarvish and gnomish.
No.
Eeny, meeny, miny, momish.
Oh, what about Daigo?
Ooh, I don't know. What's this sheet?
Oh God, I don't know.
What does it say?
Actually, here. Flash. Roll me a d20.
You got it. The 12 on the die.
Okay. He goes. Oh wait. In the shadows deep, where secrets lie, the symbols speak beneath the sky. Necrotic whispers, poison stings. The eyes gaze in the shadows' wings. Four elements in harmony unlock the door to mystery. Arrange them true in proper line and see the path to fate's design. From death to life and dark to light, the symbols guide through endless night. But heed the warning hidden well, for truth and lies in shadows dwell. With wisdom's touch and courage bold, the cipher breaks, its tales untold. But beware of the cost of what you seek, for knowledge gain may make you weak. And at that point, Carver, you're closest to the shade. Where are you?
Just say from dark to light.
Yeah.
Right?
The Carver, the jade symbol like that you see in the ground, just above it on the wall, you see beneath the surface lies venomous tide, where the poison's kiss heralds a swift descent into darkness. Victor, you did notice the four circle fucking I don't know what to be called. I think it's like a rune, but it's etched into stone, and each of them are of a different material.
What's the material? Jade and what else?
So you look around and you see jade. You see one that. Hold on, let me get to that one. Uh, the, it is like an obsidian black. That. Where's my descriptions on these? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Uh, that has like a half of a humanoid that's not like that's ribs and bones and his hands up and there's a swirl around him. Um, then you see let me one is on like a granite stone circlet, but the the symbol is a hand that goes up, and in the center of the hand is an eye, and the hand and the eye are in like a bone color. And then the last one is the most familiar to you, as it is one you have encountered recently, which is the Nightshade Syndicate Shadow silhouette with their intricate designs.
What's
So
the
we want to
material
go
of that
from
hat?
light to dark and arrange the elements in order. Light to dark, top to bottom.
Did I hear there was necromancy in that?
Yeah, I mean, does detect magic give you the the schools?
Cool.
It
Yep.
does, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So, obviously, uh, the jade is it's poison. So whatever school that would fall under, conjuration or evocation, probably, right? Please
Yep.
correct me if I'm wrong, because I mean, I
Well, I would
run
look at something like
games.
color spray. That's a tough one in fifth edition. I would look at something like color spray probably,
Right.
or not color spray. Sorry, poison spray, and see what it is. That's probably evocation, but it might be conjuration. So I could see either one of those. To be honest.
The one that is obsidian is definitely necromancy. Um,
Okay.
the hand holding the eye, you gain magic off of it, but it's more religion, like religious magic. And the last one, um, would be illusion. The Nightshade Syndicate would be illusion.
Light to dark, top to bottom. So, okay, before we do anything else, hey Victor, come here.
Over there,
I'll
stride over there.
just kind of like meet him halfway over there, and I'm just gonna like put a finger on his forehead and be like, boop. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you for 1d8 plus 4.
Oh, much
That's
appreciated.
a 6, so 8 points of healing.
Yes, I feel much
Oh,
better.
wait, 1,
Powerful tech, a
6,
powerful trick
4,
indeed.
10. 10 points of healing.
Yeah.
I mean, afraid that I may need this if something goes wrong. And in your debt.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Don't worry, I still have 5 times that I can cast that before I'm tapped. So hopefully I can keep everybody up. I'll be fine. I'll just stay out of sight like I normally do.
Yeah, okay, so how do we think we want to do this? Because it said something about elements, right, Taruk? And then it said
Element.
something
It's
from
just something.
light to dark, in order. So what do we think the order is? What do we think light to dark is? And
It
what
said
elements
something
do
to
we
like
think we
life to death, right? Or was there that also combination? Light to dark
Uh,
and life to death, or death to life, maybe?
Andy,
he,
would you be able to just like copy paste
yep,
that into Discord for us so we can see it?
sure, I can do that. Oh, hold on. Let me get here. Give me 1 second. Doing computer things. Woohoo! Succeed. Let me go center shadows. I'll put it in character. Because nothing's there.
Cool.
Oh,
Okay, so necrotic
necrotic,
whispers,
whispers,
poison,
poison,
sting,
sting, the eye gaze, shadow's
shadow.
wing. We should be able to, if that's the order right there, perhaps. Four elements in harmony unlock the door to mystery, arrange in true and proper line through the transmutation line. From death to
From
life,
death to life,
the
from dark to
necrotic,
light. Okay. The symbol's guide through endless
through
night.
endless night, but heed the warning hidden well. Truth and lies in shadows dwell.
Wisdom's
Heed
touch
the
and
warning
courage,
hidden
bold the
well.
surface purpose doesn't. Okay, okay. Um, okay. Hmm.
And there
So,
are
I'm thinking it.
there are 3 circles north to south, and there was one on the west side.
can we all agree that the last one is the one that's not arranged north to south? Like the one that's over on the west? Can we agree that slot is last?
Yeah, I would imagine. I would think that. I think it is this obsidian, followed by the jade, and then the um, hand with the eye.
Which was like a
Lastly,
granite.
Shadow's wing being the yeah, Shadow's wing would be the Nightshade Syndicate, which we would put in last, perhaps to open the door. That is my guess, going off this.
So I don't
However, there is
have
one. Go ahead.
I don't have a mage hand. But I do have something that might work, maybe, to not have to touch these things. Maybe. I have druidcraft, so I might be able to druidcraft some vines out of my hand that I can use to pull these things out and drop them into the proper slots. But I don't know if that's gonna work. Does anybody else have anything that they could use to not have to touch any of these?
Keep going. But it says, with wisdom's touch and courage bold, we are sure of our answer. Then perhaps it
Well,
will not matter.
I'm fairly certain that's how this is gonna have to be. Yep, that seems fairly straightforward from how I'm looking at this. And I don't like to toot my own horn, but I'm a fast learner. Um, so Andy, can I make like a general intelligence check on this puzzle to see if we've kind of discerned correctly?
Alright, what are you. Here, hold on. Let me get my notes. What have you discerned? How do you want to go about this?
So we have to put them in order from the north to south and then the west.
Uh huh.
In the order of the necrotic, uh, the poison, the eye, and then the shadow.
Okay. Go ahead and. Uh, yeah, I guess. Make a intelligence.
Oh, and also that if we touch them, bad things will happen to us in contact with them.
Okay.
That's my first terrible roll of the night. With intelligence, it's a 7
Okay.
for
All right.
straight intelligence.
You're not sure about the order, but as you look at each of the markings, it doesn't seem like these act like touching them will hurt you. It's getting it in the wrong order that could unleash something. Um,
Okay.
I
So
say we just go with a.
so I think we just start doing this and cross our fingers that we get it right. Um, because I think we have it right,
Gush.
and I think
Uh,
we'll be okay as long as we don't get it wrong. Does that make sense to everybody?
I want to
Okay.
point out one thing before you start. The ending of the third paragraph or whatever. Uh, for truth and lies and shadows. Well, any chance that's reverse order?
It
It's like
crossed my mind as well because for truth and lies and shadows dwell. Yeah, because that's the one I was afraid of. Did heed the warning and hidden well for truth and lies and
is there
shadows dwell.
something else in this room? Is there something else in this room that might show us to reverse the order or something? Okay, can I do an investigation check? Or
Yeah,
sorry, can I search the room for any other sort of clues other than what's on this
yeah,
book?
yeah. Go for it. Roll me an investigation.
With my -1 mod,
That's all right.
15.
15.
All right, all right.
15. Um, you know what?
I'm looking for something hidden in the shadows. Or-
You find exactly that. That every one of the wordings is worded where uh, it's deceiving, but it's a simple deceit, and you feel good in your suggestion.
I don't read too good,
Yeah.
but there's some more symbols over here. Some of y'all might want to look at. Look like reverse Uno. Whatever. I heard that once in a pub.
Essentially.
Someone else want to take some look at these? Victor,
I'll take a
take
look
some
at
look.
'em.
Yeah,
Take a
I
look at
mean,
these.
I'm gonna say like once he points it out, your suspicions, Victor, are validated, and it appears to be a trick. So instead of dark to light, it goes light to dark, right?
That would be the hand. It'd be the hand. No, I'm sorry. Gotta pull it up. The hand, then poison. Hold on. Shadow. Then it
So
would be the eye. The hand with the eye, poison sting, and then the necrotic one.
Yep.
Or do we do all four? Okay, yeah. Then the shadow's wing. We still think that goes in,
Yeah.
which would be the syndicate. Okay.
so the
Well,
shadow
that was
thing is
good.
probably the still the last one because I'm fairly certain that's the one that's gonna have to go into the one on the wall
There's no one on the wall.
or to the
it's
It's
west.
on the side.
yeah. There's one to the to west on the tablet. I'm just saying that for direction to the left. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm fairly certain that that's
Well,
like the whichever one is the shadow syndicate or the um that one like that one's gonna have to go to the left, the one that's separate of the rest. But if we're doing death to life, then yeah, necrotic whispers, poison, and then eye, because it goes kind of like the necrotic symbol and then the poison and then life, or are we now arguing that it goes life to death?
going to opposite. We thought it was the necrotic to the poison to the eye, but now we're thinking it should be the eye to the poison to the necrotic, right? Because
But
that was our
either
original.
way, the poison is still going to be in the center, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, but we need to switch the necrotic in the eye. So the eye with the hand would be the first at the north, rather, then poison, then necrotic, last the shadow, and the other odd one out.
Okay. Um. Okay. So. All right. Well, let's just try
Dwarf,
it.
does that sound right? Master dwarf.
It's better than anything I got. Yeah. I'm just
All
still
right, I
watching
will
myself.
grab the hand eye one and put it in the north, followed by the poison, followed
Victor,
by the necrotic.
as you grab the hand one, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. Wisdom saving throw. Let's see, 14. I'm gonna get my 17.
Okay. You, for a second, feel like this evil intertwine with your spine. Like Vecna himself is is combining with your essence, and then you drop it and it releases. You see like this pale yellowish green light up with runes around the front. That's one success.
So it does say though, remember, beware the cost of what you seek. It appears that as we, for the knowledge we gained, we will become weak. Be wary. I was able to perhaps withstand the the assault on my senses, but I think no matter what, there will be a price to pay. Who is going to grab these next ones? So I look at the dwarf. You are hardy. This is to be poisoned. Perhaps you should be the one to take this next.
Man, there's not. I'll grab it.
You just throw it in there. You feel like a little bit of essence leaves, and then as soon as you drop it, it like shoots out of you. You're good. That light section lights up with arcane runes. Um, Next one.
The next one would be the eye, right?
No, next
Mm-hmm.
one would be is a necrotic symbol. The eye,
Okay. Okay.
the
So
eye,
we did the
Damien.
eye first.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah.
eye, poison, and then you said you were gonna put necrotic here.
Necrotic, and then the shadow last on the other side. Okay.
Yep.
So I will go and grab the necrotic one.
Okay. Once again, you feel like like something try to attach to you. You know, on like a soul esque, but then you drop it into place and it lights up. Now from north to south, it's that green glowing light, and you have just the one left.
I'm just gonna look at the book and be like,
Oh,
"Look here,
Farouk.
I'm a necromancer, you motherfucker. You're not gonna get with me."
Oh, well, it looks like it's my turn. Here, let me just delicately take this, and then I place it in the spot.
Place it in, and as soon as you place it, all four of them light up and shoot over to the east side, which makes like a full plus sign, which shoots into this arcane sigil, and you feel the crackling of the walls as the door starts to shake and slide into the floor. You look into this next room, and it is like a large circle room with several pillars supporting the ceiling. And you, oh fuck! Someone's here! Get together, guys! And you see 1, 2, 3, 4 individuals shoot up as you guys are all in this center, like the chamber, unlocking the door. You see all the members that you have been chasing of the Night Sage Syndicate on the other side of this. And we're gonna end tonight's session there.
Really good.
I would like to rage.
There you go. There you go. So here, let me get over to the stream. We have Arcanus Tuesday and Terratua next Saturday. So tune in. Yeah. All right.
Yay.
Time to fuck some shit up. That's coming from me, not for you guys. That's on my end. Fuck some shit up.
Well, speaking of messing things up, Lexi, do you, instead of asking Andy, how do people know when we go live?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they've got to hit the notification bell on our page. You can also like and follow so that you can see all of the stuff that we're doing and you know, watch our VODs because we don't need subscriptions yet.
They're there.
It's very true. They're all there to follow, watch, and catch up if you miss something. So get those noties in there and.
I learned something. See, I didn't know that. You want me to make it subscription based? Fucking just push it, you know? Be like, yeah. No.
Well, I think we turned down being affiliate, right? Which means
We did for reasons, but they changed it, and then reasons again, and
yeah,
we just need to do some other things in the background, but that's okay.
Background.
Right.
Lexi,
Which
good
means
job.
you can still watch our VODs for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Catch up on all the stuff you missed.
All right, there you go. You heard it right from them too. That's it. That's my sound. All right, have a good night, guys.